y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl, what's up, Steph, and today is Taco Tuesday, so I just wanted to bring you guys a cooking video today. We're going to be making some birria tacos. If you're interested to see how I created this dish, make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, and leave a comment down below, and we'll go ahead and get right into it. So we're going to go over everything you need. The full recipe will be listed in the description box below, so make sure you check that out at the end. All right, so you're going to need 5 pounds worth of chuck roast, 2 white onions, 1 red onion, 1 ginger, 4 tomatoes, a bunch of cilantro, bay leaves, garlic cloves, white vinegar, onion powder, garlic powder, salt, white corn tortillas, thyme, cinnamon stick, pepper, adobo, your choice of cheese, chili pasilla chili pods, chili New Mexico chili pods, chili arbol chili pods, guajillo chili pods, cloves, red crushed chili peppers, sesame seeds, and a strainer. All right, so the next thing that you're gonna do is, after you've rinsed and washed and cleaned your meat, cut your meat up into 4 big pieces. Now you're gonna put your pot on medium-high heat, add in all of your meat. You're going to add in 1 whole onion, 4 bay leaves, your 7 garlic cloves, and a bunch of salt. Once you got all of those ingredients in the pot, you're gonna cover it with water, and you're gonna cook this for about 2 hours. While we're waiting on our meat to cook, we're gonna go ahead and prep the peppers. So you're gonna need your chili New Mexico chili pods, and you're gonna need 12 of these. You're gonna cut the tip off and take the seeds from the inside out and set them to the side. You're gonna de-seed every single one of them and put them to the side, and we'll work on the next pair. You're gonna need your Chili Arbol chili pods. You're going to need 5 of these, and you're gonna do the same exact thing. Cut a piece of the tip of it off and de-seed those. These do break easily, but it's fine. So the next set of peppers you're going to need are your chili pasilla chili pods, and you're only going to need 2 of those. Cut the tip off, empty out the seeds, and set those to the side. All right, so the last set of peppers that you're going to need are your chili guajillo chili pods. You're going to need 10 of those, and exactly same steps as before. And then you're going to give them a good rinse and a good wash. I do want to mention, just put that out there, that make sure when you're messing with the peppers that you don't touch your eyes, because your eyes will burn. Also, don't touch your nose, because your nose will burn. So just give that a nice quick rinse and wash. And then you're going to put that on the stove and let it boil for about 20 minutes, because we want the peppers to be soft so we can put them in the blender and shred them up. In the meantime, you're going to go ahead and get that piece of your ginger, and you just want to cut a small piece of it, and you're going to peel it. Put that to the side and go ahead and get your cinnamon sticks, and you're just gonna pop them in half, just break them and put those to the side, because we're gonna put those in the blender. Now, as you can see, the peppers are soft enough, so we're gonna take those off of the stove and let them sit for about 15 minutes before we put them in the pot. And then we're gonna take a look at our meat to see how that's cooking up. All right, so our meat has been cooking for about 1.5 hours now. In this clip, you can see me checking the tenderness and skimming that like fat from the broth out of the juice. And then just checking the tenderness to see how well cooked it is so far. And then you're just gonna grab a hot skillet and toast your sesame seeds. All right, so now that the peppers have chilled down a little bit, we're gonna go ahead and put all of the peppers from out the pot into your blender and push them down a little bit, because you're gonna need room. I just poured like the rest of the juice that was in the pot in there. That's optional, you do not have to do that. But now you wanna go ahead and put your 1/3 cup of vinegar. You're gonna put in your sesame seeds, your 1 piece of ginger, 4 bay leaves, cloves, just a pinchful, your thyme, your cinnamon stick, whole oregano, your 7 garlic cloves, your ground cumin, garlic powder, onion powder, adobo, your crushed chili peppers, whoops, and you're gonna get your strainer and grab the 2 cups of broth from the pan. And you wanna use your strainer because you don't want that nasty fatty stuff going inside of the juice. And you're gonna go ahead and blend it up until it becomes red and smooth. Back to your meat and pull out the onions, the garlic cloves, the bay leaves, all of that stuff if you want. It's optional, but I just remove at least the big things. It just makes it easier in the long run. Make sure you put your pot back on medium heat and pour the sauce in from the blender. And you can clean out your blender by using some water just to get the rest of that juice in there. That's what I did. And you're gonna let this simmer on medium-high heat for probably for about like 20-30 minutes, and just let it simmer a little bit. And then in the meantime, we're gonna go to our tomatoes. We're gonna grab 3 or 4 of those tomatoes and we're going to boil them so they can get soft so we can put those in the blender. So it's been about 20 to 30 minutes and we're gonna go ahead and remove the meat out of the pot, and you're going to shred it. Make sure you let it cool down because it is gonna be super hot, and I would suggest to use maybe like a fork or something. I use a fork in my fingers because I was the only one eating this, so no worries. Remove all of the meat out of the pot. Go ahead and get 2 cups of the sauce from out of the pot and put it to the side. Now, with the remainder of the sauce in the pot, you're going to pour it in your strainer into another bowl or into another pot, because you want to separate the leftover like garlic and bay leaves and seeds, whatever. You want to separate that from this sauce because you're going to put your meat back into that sauce. So once it's all strained and clear of all the peppers, pour it back into the pot. And we're going to grab our tomatoes. Hopefully they're soft enough. We're going to put those in the blender so we can chop them up. I believe the tomatoes help with like the bitterness taste from all of the peppers. So that's why you have to definitely taste it during the process of all of this, because it just helps to balance it out. So definitely don't forget tomatoes. Once you get all of that, you're going to pour the tomato sauce with the other sauce. And then at this point, we're just going to add our meat back into the pot. Mix it up together. Make sure it's, thoroughly covered with the sauce for all of the meat pieces. And then you are going to just let that simmer for a little bit. While you let that simmer, I would say about 10-15 minutes, go ahead and just start cutting up your cilantro, your onions, make sure you start cutting those pieces up. All right, so now that you know that everything tastes good, everything's tender, you're going to dip your corn tortillas into some of that sauce that we put to the side earlier, and you're going to put some oil in the pan and let them get crispy on both sides. Once one side gets crispy, go ahead and add in your cheese. I believe my camera ended up dying or something happened and I lost footage. But after this point, you're basically going to put the meat in there and then put your cilantro, your onions, put your cheese back on top, and you're basically going to close it as if it were like a quesadilla or like a taco, and take it out, and you're done. At this point, you're going to pour in that leftover sauce. You're going to add in your cilantro and your onions, mix it together, and that is your, I believe they call it consomme soup. And that's just some of my test tacos right there that I was trying out, and they were really, really good. But that basically is the end of this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. I am on the road to 1,000 subscribers, so I really, 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 really would appreciate if you guys would help me out doing so. I will also leave the specific details of the recipe down below in the description box. I'll also leave down below where I got the recipe from. Definitely try it out. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.